The Squid Games are rigged. It was just another day in the Squid Games with Bradford. With 12 wins attached to my name, I knew it was likely the we would win. Red light, green light, I was ready to defeat players until I lagged. Good thing Bradford was there to help me get to the finish line. As we reached the finish line, I thanked Brad for his kindness. As we gathered the squad, some guy named Japan and this guy Null wanted to join the squad, and I allowed it. As I took my picture, I hoped not to get the Mona Lisa cookie, and my prayers were answered as I got the easiest shape. As I finished that shape in an instant, I looked to see an old friend, dead on the ground. Me and Brad were in shock. He told us to win for him and that the Lunchley squad would win the game. As I stood on top of the beds, Brad and I looked over to see players getting killed. We weren't terrified, but instead, we allowed it to happen as we viewed it as peaceful. Hide and seek. This was the most terrifying game mode of them all, as Seeker got a buff. I hoped that I would get the cherry flavor even though I didn't like it. But no. After 2 spins, I got the blueberry-flavored gumball. Hide and seek started. I told Bradford to follow me to a genius secret location. But instead, he instantly ran to his death. I was devastated. I was the final member of the Lunchley squad, and I promised to win this for them. As I see Seekers falling to their death, unaware of my presence, I realized that my plan had worked almost successfully. As I looked down, shocked at all the deaths, another clumsy Seeker had fallen to their death. Finally, I had won hide and seek, but at what cost? It was time for Glass Bridge. I let them do all the work. A green hat guy fell to his death, and some cop even tried kicking an innocent player, urging them to go as time was running out. Later, the players looked at me, asking me to go, but I wasn't moving an inch until they went. Later, this egg guy took a gamble and guessed the rest of the tiles without flaws, and almost all of us made it to the end successfully. But then, it was time to vote to continue or end the games. Greed took over. I decided to continue the games. As Mingle started, the game gave us a free round and we easily passed through it. But then, it was time for groups of 4. I knew 2 people were about to die. I jumped around so I wouldn't get killed. In a panic, I killed an innocent person. Trying to lower the numbers, I tried to kill this white hair, but was interrupted by a robot who tried to defeat me but barely did a scratch. I knew I overpowered them, so during the last round I was confident. Rooms of 3. There was one person who didn't belong here. We failed to eliminate a player, and even this robot guy tried to eliminate me, but he barely scratched me yet again. And for some reason, the game decided to eliminate 2 random players instead of killing us all, me and some white hair. That's when I realized that it had finally ended. The Lunchley gang had fallen.